From the moment humans first gazed upon the night sky, the moon has captivated our imaginations. Its very presence has shaped our myths, our science, and our understanding of our place in the universe. But what would happen to Earth and everything on it if the moon's distance were cut in half? What would happen if the moon were suddenly 50% closer? The moon orbits the Earth at about 238,000 miles away. Now imagine bringing that distance down to around 120,000 miles. What effects could that have on us here on Earth? Well, it would actually usher in significant changes to life as we know it. Not only would the moon dominate the sky and cast a much brighter glow, but this proximity would create a stronger tug-of-war with Earth's oceans. The moon, with its gentle gravitational pull, is an important player in the action of our planet's tides. The moon's gravitational pull tugs most strongly on the part of Earth facing it. This creates a bulge of water, or high tide, on that side. Inertia creates a second bulge on the opposite side. These bulges travel across the globe, giving us the rhythmic ebb and flow of the tides. With the moon 50% closer, that gravitational pull would be amplified. Coastal areas would experience higher high tides and lower low tides. Imagine the impact on coastal cities and marine life with a much more pronounced movement of tides every day. This would no doubt change where humans build cities and where they choose to live. Our concept of time is intimately connected to the Earth's rotation. The moon's gravity acts as a subtle brake on the Earth's spin. Over millions of years, Earth's days have gradually lengthened. When dinosaurs roamed the Earth, a day was closer to 22 hours long. Today, it's our familiar 24. With the moon far closer to Earth, the change in Earth's spin would happen far more quickly and have an effect on the length of our days. Deep beneath our feet, the Earth's crust is constantly shifting and groaning. This movement is influenced by many factors, and the moon's gravity plays a subtle but significant role. The same gravitational forces that drive our tides also tug on the Earth's crust, creating stresses and strains that can build up over time. These forces are strongest when the moon is closest to Earth. Now, with the moon 50% closer, these forces would be significantly amplified, leading to a planet that's more geologically active. Imagine a world where earthquakes become more frequent, where volcanoes erupt more often, where the very ground beneath our feet feels less stable. It wouldn't be a cataclysmic upheaval, but rather a gradual increase in seismic activity that the moon would amplify. Obviously, this would directly affect all life on Earth, and each species would have to adapt. The moon's orbit is not a perfect circle, but a slightly elongated ellipse. This means that its distance from Earth varies slightly throughout its orbit. But with a moon 50% closer, this elliptical path would become even more pronounced, leading to a more dynamic and potentially unstable relationship. The increased gravitational pull from both Earth and the Sun would tug on the moon with greater force, creating a more erratic orbit. Imagine a moon that swings closer and then farther away from Earth, its movements less predictable and more chaotic. The more extreme gravitational forces could lead to more frequent and intense tides, as we already mentioned, but could also affect the stability of our planet's axis, which governs our seasons. This could lead to more extreme climate fluctuations throughout the year. The moon has illuminated the paths of travelers, inspired poets, and captivated stargazers for millennia. But imagine a world bathed in the brilliance of a moon 50% closer. The night sky would transform into a breathtaking spectacle, with the moon's familiar features magnified. We'd be able to see its craters and mountains visible in stunning detail. Imagine stepping outside on a clear night and being greeted by a moon that seems close enough to touch. Its light would flood the landscape, casting long, dramatic shadows, turning night into a strangely luminous twilight. The stars themselves would pale in comparison, their faint glow overwhelmed by the moon's brilliance. This increased brightness would have a profound impact on nocturnal wildlife. Animals that rely on darkness for hunting or hiding would need to adapt to the moonlit world. The delicate balance of ecosystems could be disrupted, leading to unforeseen consequences for both predator and prey. The Earth's climate is a complex and interconnected system, influenced by a delicate balance of factors. The moon, while not the primary driver of our climate, plays a subtle but significant role. With a moon 50% closer, this delicate balance could be disrupted, leading to potentially significant climate changes. The increased gravitational pull of a closer moon would have a direct impact on our oceans, potentially altering their currents. These currents play a crucial role in distributing heat around the globe, regulating temperatures, and influencing weather patterns. Any disruption to these currents could have far-reaching consequences for global climate. Imagine a world where some regions experience more extreme weather events, with hotter summers and colder winters. Rainfall patterns could shift, leading to droughts in some areas and floods in others. Our exploration of space is a fantastic example of human ingenuity and our thirst for knowledge. But this doesn't come without its challenges. A moon 50% closer would introduce new complexities to space travel. Launching rockets would become more difficult. More powerful rockets, consuming more fuel, would make space travel more expensive. Satellite orbits would be significantly affected, making GPS systems unreliable. Satellite TV signals disrupted, and communication with spacecraft compromised. Spacecraft trajectories would need recalculating. Moon missions would become more challenging. So, there you have it. Those are just some of the things that could happen if the moon were 50% closer to the Earth. A small change, like reducing its distance, can affect our oceans and days, our climate, and the seismic activity of Earth itself, and even alter the way we explore space. So when you gaze at the moon, appreciate its beauty and influence, and maybe be glad that it sits comfortably where it is and not 50% closer.